Yay! Hello, everybody, and we're back to Against the Ropes, and as usual, my dear friend, Yuli the Monster Diaz. But guess what? I got a bone to pick with you.
Mr. Don't Blink to you.
Yeah, well, yeah. Talk about being mean. You took this kid, Zach Cray. You gave him a lesson. It was BKB 41. And in the opening session, we had you doing, it was an exhibition, Yuli.
An exhibition against a YouTuber. We put it on for the BYB 41 fans up in Jacksonville. I have to say, I got called a week before this fight, quote unquote. And, they told me that this YouTuber wanted to have an actual fight. He wanted me to actually hit him and not take it easy on him. And I asked him a couple times if he was sure that that's what he wanted throughout the week. He said yes. Even the day of the fight, he's like, yeah, man, I really want to do this. And he held his own. I didn't put him to sleep, but we put a little damage on him. He had a couple bumps and bruises.
This is the one thing that most people did not get a chance to see, because obviously I have an advantage for him right there on ringside.
Right.
There was a right hook that went right into his neck, and I literally thought, he's done. No, he kept going.
He did. He kept going. But you know what? Thanks to Chris Young, referee Chris Young.
Yes.
He's been at a lot. He's been my referee for a lot of big fights, a lot of big title fights and everything. He was in the ring that night, and he got to save Zach.
Yes,
Zach gets to live another day and make another YouTube video.
But the one thing I hope we can include the clip. Chris came in, once you walked around, you turned your back to your opponent.
I had that devilish grin on.
Oh my God. Mean, you were mean.
Yeah.
But guess who else was mean? It was great to see our GOAT, Jose Fernandez, back.
The GOAT.
He's feeling great. I mean, it was a rough fight.
Back after two shoulder surgeries. It was definitely a rough fight. I think he showed a little bit of ring rust in there. He hasn't been in there for a few years. But he got back. He's back on the win column. He had a great fight against Jordan Nash. Jordan Nash was no slouch. He was a hell of an opponent. Went the distance with him. But Jose got the nod, and he's ready to get back in there.
Yeah, I just saw him a couple of days ago, and he's recovering beautifully. So I'm so glad to see him well. I'm so glad that we got a chance to see both Jordan. Also, he was a sport.
He was.
A nice, clean fight. Guess who had an extraordinary outing? And I think you're going to agree with me, Jean-Pierre.
I was there.
I know. I think you were.
Hey, it was what a fight. I got to say that, I said this coming in. Brandon Burt is a dog. He's one of the toughest guys in that division.
He's a former
champion.
Yes.
Fought the best of the best in that division. And Jean-Pierre, the first few rounds did not look good from. Matter of fact, Brandon Burt, he was knocked down. And he was knocked silly a few times where you could see he kind of rolled his eyes back, kept it together, and in the later rounds came through.
My goodness. It was amazing. But you know what? Most people missed the backflip. When he got knocked down, then he just literally went into his back. It was a back roll. That's what it is. It was so good. Jampi, very proud. Great job.
Congratulations, man.
Ryan Jett, for the first time, gets knocked out, but lights out.
I know.
Kudos.
Yeah.
Kudos, because he did recover. He walked out of the ring on his own volition.
He did.
Not his best outing, but we got to hand it to Aaron, the Spaniard, because he really gave it to him nice and thick.
Yeah, you know what? Tough dude. He was at I don't know if you guys saw the moment where at the weigh-ins, he put his hand out to shake Ryan's hand. Ryan didn't want the hand. He came back, ended up paying for it the next day. Ryan's a great fighter. He's one of the toughest guys on the roster for sure.
Ryan Jett.
Fought the best of the best. But Tommy Aaron made a statement that night. He's a young guy here. Bring it.
A force to be reckoned with.
Definitely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
And then we had a little melee there, but I'm hoping that that's not going to happen again, because it makes for bad environment. And it's such a happy, high energy environment.
It does. But it's the hurt business, the fight business, a lot of tension built up in these arenas sometimes. And sometimes people take losses harder than others. So, you have moments like these. But, we got through it. Everything was good.
Absolutely.
And everybody's safe.
Yes. You know who else had a great night? Leilani Mota, finally getting a clean opportunity to, showcase her skills. And it was a very quick day at the office against Monica Medina. And we know Monica is no slouch.
Monica Medina, former champion as well. And what's funny is, not funny, but the fastest fight of the night was the women's fight. It ended in the first round.
Pause. For all those for all y'all that say that women don't have power, that women do not know how to finish a fight.
I would love to. I invite you to BKB fight, please.
Dale.
I'll have you sit ringside with me and all.
Yeah. Like, you guys, you could have heard my dear friend Yuri screaming his head off from the first fight to the last fight, because that last fight, it tugged at all our strings. The compassion, the excitement, the hero. I mean, Jorge Bargallo walked in last minute. His fight was actually at 126 featherweight. And then our main event was at lightweight. The opponent didn't make weight for Kid Gotti. So, you know what? They called Bargallo. Oh, you think he can make 130?
He went from first fight opening the card to main event finishing the card.
In less than 12 hours.
You know what? It was a dream come true for him. He had a great outing. He did amazing. He was in there having a great time. You can see he was having fun. He was funny. He was sticking his tongue out even when he get hit. You know, he came up short, but hats off to him for what he did to step up on that last minute, last second, fight for a title. And that's what guys, that's what guys dream of when you get into this business. You want to fight for a title and hopefully win a title one day. I think he's going to have many more opportunities. But hats off to Kid Gotti, who really showed his skill in there, his patience, his footwork, and his power.
Everything was showcased beautifully. And I know that Bargallo is going to come back to the Trigon and he's going to give us his best. Because if this is what he can do, last minute call at 135, imagine if he can actually stay at 126 and do his thing.
Absolutely.
And I know for a fact that once you're in it and it's in your blood, you can't stop, because my friend here is back. You're going back.
No, I'm not back June 14.
You're not?
No, June 14 is Dirty Boxing.
Oh, I thought you were going to be in Dirty Boxing.
No, I was supposed to be in Dirty Boxing June 14, but negotiations didn't come to a head, so we pivoted and we're gonna fight probably in July or August. And actually, from what they're telling me, it's gonna be a big name, an ex-UFC fighter. So I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah.
Once it's in your blood, it's a bug, it's a virus, it just overtakes your life.
But on this Dirty Boxing card, we got Alex Nicholson and Rob Perez, the Wolf, against the Spartan. And these guys are going back and forth on Instagram so much, so funny. It's hilarious. They're making memes about each other, everything. So this is gonna be a hell of a fight. And we got 3 UFC veterans on here too. We got Roldis Troop, we got Alex Aceves, Bruce Leroy, and we got Phil Haas. So it's gonna be a star-studded night for Dirty Boxing June 14.
And I know, where is this gonna take place?
It's gonna take place at the Regatta in Coconut Grove.
Oh, I love that place.
It's a beautiful place.
Yes.
Beautiful venue. I fought there one time. It was very nice.
It's beautiful. Plus, I can always step outside and go smoke.
Yeah.
Smoke cigars while everybody's out